So it was pointed out to me yesterday in the video comments, yeah, that block here is discolored. So what up with here? Oh, well there's the flower that I was missing. Now, and that, I guess that explains these bumpers. I thought the bumpers were for something else. Alright then, now I need to just find out that last red coin and, you know, redo the whole level. But find that last red coin! So regardless of if I had patched the game properly or not, I would still have to restart from the beginning, since this is before the whole hub thing, which is, you know, fair enough. I mean, I didn't see the visual cue there. That's, you know, entirely my fault, as I'm getting punched in the face, because, you know, it's... Alright, I need to go do that door over there. That's right, otherwise I would be a seldomly missed apostrophe. Well, 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 what do we have here? A lone helicopter-shaped shy guy holding a red coin? Impossible. Actually, will I be able to have a straight shot from here? Possibly one day. Well, I know he's not a despawning kind, so I can just get whatever eggs that I ever need forever from this guy, actually. Now to think about it. Wow, an enemy that is actually useful and being useful. Actually, I wonder if I should just be throwing one of those, cactus ball. Well, let's see. I can always egg on these and just get this one for my collection, except, you know, mess completely up. But instead get it through here, and let's see if... okay, so they blow up on con... There we go. Oh no! So I really need to hit him when he's above the thing. Well, I can just reset the world and whatnot. Whatever, man! What, yeah, should probably just go in. What about the popcorn, anyways, in the hills? That's weird. Just gotta make myself a pathway. Actually, probably good rid... Okay, that was weird interaction, but whatever. So, second attempt strike there, shy guy. So only attack him while he is directly above the pit thing. And one day I might actually get him. I can't like relate him from over there. Dang it. Well, let's keep on the egging then. And artificially lengthen this video. That will probably be kind of short. Okay, so how did I... Like that! And there we go. Okay, and if I manage to get everything that I got last time, I should have one hundo eventually. It's so weird how, like, the rock... Like, I've got, you know, the whole magical adventure, like, magnifying glass right now, but it still doesn't reveal chomp rock clouds, which I think is... well thought out of from the part of Mario. Well, Mario Nintendo, I guess. I don't know, actually. Whoops. Over here. Just kind of hurry along. And that's a hundo. And considering that every single of Baby Yoshi's attack basically insta-kill me, I guess I don't have but a choice to get 100% now. Good. Although... this is gonna make for a really short video, consider everything. Because yeah, now there's like the empty room of nothing. Oh yeah, first also I gotta unlock a door. It's pretty great. Because yeah, like you can get a star in the final fight, but everything he does destroys you instantly. So it's like, who cares? And like here, like, whoops, okay, I'm at 30, and here I'm gonna have a midpoint anyways. And it's the final boss, and that's going to be it, really. There are some people out there who do not understand, I think, what I find appealing of this song in Super Mario World 2. I figure I'd take this time to pause it on it, and it's basically not so much the quality of the song itself, but I think it's more that it's so surprising. If you put yourself in context, this is pretty much the first time. Like, if you've played video game as a child, you know, you're now in the Super Nintendo era, you're like around, I don't know, 10 years old. This is the first time you've heard in a Nintendo game, of all things, music that approximates rock, for lack of a better word. And that's just, you know, like, nowadays people take that for granted. But at the time, that was just amazing. So yeah, the appreciation for the song is somewhat based on concepts of you know, nostalgia. But nonetheless, also, yeah, that's basically just a demo to pinpoint what I mean. Anything and everything the guy can do will insta-kill me, so I cannot basically lose any stars unless I lose them in this fight. And as such, no, I'm guaranteed 100%. And not that I have somewhat of a reputation as a boss breaker here, but this boss isn't exactly difficult. Oh man. You know, all the text is just slightly different enough that it's kinda neat. Like how Bowser's all like, yo, gonna beat you up, instead of just like, oh man, that's a horsey horse, gonna ride that thing. There's a big tear in my sprite. When it zooms out, it's pretty great. Do-do, do-do, do-do. Pursuit, the bright colors of faith. That's not necessarily true. It's kind of nice how Yoshi just so happened to land on a solid land, though, because he was kind of middle. Oh man, Bowser! You've got a big old face. You've got Sonic mouth, in the sense that your mouth only makes sense if it's on the side of your face. I just realized. And you know, you gotta admire the persistence of enemies in video games. Like, heroes in video game and also other media, you know, destined for kids. Perseverance is always one of those tropes that, you know, you attribute to the hero characters. But villains tend to be a lot more persistent. Like, there's a lot of villains in both video game and children, like, show and movies and whatnot, that you barely need to change anything. Basically, the flavor of their power or whatever. And they become pretty amazing, you know, heroes. The line between one and the other is pretty different. By which I mean not so much. How did I manage to say the exact opposite of what I meant? I don't know. Well, let's take the time, the fact that this video would be otherwise very short, to actually take the time to look at the credits and the whole thing here. And maybe I'm going to muse a little about the hack, I guess. Even though I still got E and S to do. Apparently E, professionals in, you know, the whole environment said I can probably tackle it in one video. I don't know. I don't know the content. That's a seagull. But however, Sys X is essentially Kaizo-esque. Basically, the author himself, Yoshi's fan, said that 6S to him still takes about an hour to beat, which is very scary. Now, having played this level up to 3 times now, I now realize how Yoshi's fan can actually, like, you know, go through his own levels fairly well, because once you know the layouts of the levels, it's true that they are extremely playable. Except the new 2E in the state that I've played it, although of course now the version that exists in the real release is, you know, a bit less crazy. And it's nice how Yoshi's fan just kinda integrated himself in the level design there. But, yeah. It's very playable with, you know, just actually, well, I think a big part is that the difficulty curve is like all over the place, because I'm pretty sure that 6-7 is a lot more difficult than 6-8. It's just that 6-8 is more quote-unquote epic in scope and what it sets out to do in the whole, like, you know, mini Mario 64 environment. Oh wow, so these are people that redone the little images, some of which were very hard to decipher in black and white. So the number 109 is a name I see from time to time. Just keeps on coming back in the context of Super Mario World Central projects, but very rarely like the mainline projects. It's interesting, and by interesting I mean kinda, you know, a weird little thing I notice, and that I find funny, but is of actual no interest to anyone. Look at that, the seagull just went right at that cloud. I was like, man, wait, is it a seagull that brings kids? Was it a swan? It's a bird. It's a white bird with wings and also a beak. You could briefly see it there sideways, but I mean, I completely forgot. In French it's cigogne, but what's that in English? A bird. It's birdie bird bird. Birdiest of all the birds. And like, oh no! Now we're stuck with kids! Our lives are ruined. The end. Yes, Mario and Luigi, they started out a bit more identical than they ended up in real life. They're just fraternal twins. They are not identical twins. They weren't born from the same egg. They were just basically... Actually, I don't know how fraternal twins work. You need 2 eggs, basically. Is that how it works? I honestly have zilch ideas. So if you press the ye old resetto button-o, you can go, Yoshi's fan! He's a guy, and his name includes Yoshi's in his name. Then we go in here at World 6. Then a little samba starts. Oh man, Zexian 6 now wait for us! That's pretty scary. That's pretty scary. No, I don't know what kind of bird you are. Stay in the corner. I'm trying to make 6E and 6S ominous here. No! Stop your squeaking! Stop your squeaking. Okay? Okay? 6E next. Don't know how long this video is gonna be, honestly, but... Yes. See y'all.